Top 10 cars that defined American life in the 1960s. There's something about the 1960s that feels like a dream. The world was moving fast, music was changing, culture was shifting, and the open road called louder than ever before. Back then, cars weren't just machines. They were symbols of freedom, family, and the American way of life. Today, we're looking back at 10 cars that defined American life in the 1960s, the ones that carried us to drive-ins, road trips, and everything in between. Number 10, the Ford Falcon, the practical family car. The Falcon wasn't flashy, but it was everywhere. Introduced in 1960, it gave American families a simple, affordable car they could rely on. It was the car you'd see parked outside schools, grocery stores, and suburban homes. It wasn't about speed or style. It was about keeping life moving. Over time, it faded away, replaced by bigger and flashier models, but in its day, it was the heartbeat of everyday America. Number 9, the Chevrolet Impala, the family cruiser. If the Falcon was simple, the Impala was grand. With its long, sweeping lines and roomy interior, it was built for families who wanted comfort and style on the open road. For many, the Impala was the car that carried kids to the beach or across state lines for summer vacations. By the end of the decade, it had become a symbol of middle-class success. Though newer designs eventually left it behind, its memory lives on in every family photo where an Impala shines in the driveway. Number 8, the Pontiac GTO, the muscle car's first roar in 1964. The GTO rolled onto the scene and lit a fire under American car culture. It wasn't just a car, it was a statement. With its powerful V8 engine and sleek design, it gave young drivers a taste of raw power they'd never felt before. Teenagers loved it, parents worried about it, and the muscle car era was born. As insurance costs and regulations tightened, cars like the GTO began to fade, but its legend still rumbles in the hearts of car lovers. Number 7, the Volkswagen Beetle, the people's car, finds a home. Though it came from Germany, the Beetle became a fixture of American life in the 60s. It was small, affordable, and carried a personality all its own. College students and free spirits loved its quirky charm, and it quickly became tied to the counterculture movement. You didn't buy a Beetle to show off. You bought it because it felt different. Its simple design eventually felt outdated, but in the 1960s, it represented a new way of thinking about cars. Number 6, the Ford Thunderbird, the personal luxury car. The Thunderbird was stylish, sleek, and just a little bit glamorous. It wasn't meant for hauling kids or racing down the strip. It was about looking good while cruising down Main Street. It blended comfort with class, becoming a favorite for those who wanted a little sophistication in their ride. While later models lost some of that magic, the 60s Thunderbird still turns heads at classic car shows today. Number 5, the Plymouth Barracuda, the early pony car before the Mustang stole the spotlight. Plymouth gave us the Barracuda. With its fastback design and big rear window, it stood out as something fresh and bold. It wasn't the most popular car of the decade, but it was the spark that ignited the pony car craze. Over time, the Mustang overshadowed it, but true fans still remember the Barracuda as the one that started it all. Number 4, the Chevrolet Corvette Stingray, the American dream on wheels. The Corvette Stingray of the 60s was pure fantasy. With its split rear window and sleek fiberglass body, it looked like it was moving even when standing still. It wasn't just a car, it was an icon of success, youth, and adventure. Owning one was like capturing the spirit of the decade in chrome and steel. While the Corvette has evolved, the Stingray remains one of the most beloved designs in American history. Number 3, the Cadillac DeVille, the luxury standard for many Americans. The Cadillac DeVille was the ultimate status symbol. Long, elegant, and filled with comfort, it represented reaching the top of the ladder. Families celebrated big milestones by driving home in a Cadillac, and its presence on the street was impossible to miss. Though the brand shifted with the times in the 1960s, nothing said you made it, quite like a DeVille parked out front. Number 2, the Ford Mustang. The youthful rebel few cars captured the spirit of the 1960s like the Mustang. Affordable, stylish, and endlessly customizable, it gave young drivers the chance to have something truly their own. When it launched in 1964, it sold over 1 million units in just 2 years, and suddenly, the pony car craze was in full swing. The Mustang wasn't just transportation. It was freedom, romance, and rebellion all wrapped in steel. While it's still with us today, those early Mustangs remain symbols of pure American cool. Number 1, the Volkswagen Microbus, the road to freedom. If one vehicle could capture the soul of the 60s, it was the VW Microbus. From Woodstock to Cross country road trips, it carried musicians, hippies, and dreamers wherever the road took them. It wasn't powerful, it wasn't fast, but it became a home on wheels for a generation that valued peace and love over horsepower. As stricter safety rules and changing tastes came, the Microbus slowly disappeared, but in memory, it will always be tied to the spirit of the 60s.